Alrighty, here we go again. Yes, it's Accordion Cool, and seeing as how my name's up there, I still must be Coach Dave. So welcome to our little show here. Of course, that first tune was by, as you've heard me mention many times, my most favoritist of all the big bands, Duke Ellington Orchestra. And Duke wrote that, called Cjm Blues, mainly because it's on a blues progression. Duke wrote that in 1942, and of course, seems everything he recorded became a hit. A lot of them were like kind of crossover things. So, in the pop charts as opposed to like the jazz or big band charts. So, Duke Ellington, 1942, Cjm Blues. All right, moving to our next tune. This came from a movie. The movie was called Flying Down to Rio, 1933. And it was, I believe, the first time that Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers had danced in the movie. Now, for you folks who are under 60 years old, you probably never heard of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and they were super ballroom jazz type dancing duo, and they did a lot of TV, a lot of movies, and very popular. So this was actually the first movie that they ever danced in. Now, the tune is called Karaoke, not karaoke, but karaoke. And what it is, or was at the time, was it was going to be the next big dance craze, and that's why Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers danced the karaoke. But guess what? Down the tubes, never happened. Movie, I guess, was pretty good, and the word on the street is probably the best part of the movie was Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. But nay, nay, did not become a big dance craze, but we could still play this song. Kind of a nice little Latin tune. So here we go. Karaoke. You may or may not have noticed at the beginning, it seems that this was in the same key as the first song, and I still had the first song in my head, and I said, something's not right here, till I remembered that I wasn't playing the first song. Oh, well, anyway, you probably never noticed it, and I probably should have kept my mouth shut, but now something you may have noticed. We played Cjm Blues. We played Karaoke. They both start with C. Yes, yes, we are continuing our little alphabet tour. Today we're doing some C songs. Now, we're probably not going to do this totally in order because, for instance, like letter A, there's so many songs. Some other letters, there's very few songs. So we've got to kind of jump around a little bit. So here, today we're in C. And this next C song, in my opinion, and I'm sure many others, is probably the greatest country song ever written. 1961, a fella named Willie Nelson. Yeah, I remember Willie. Oh, he was in Houston at that time, and he was writing songs. And He wrote a song, and somehow he got a hold of, I think it was Patsy Cline's husband, and he gave it to her, and after much arm bending and twisting, she did indeed agree to record the song. Now, unfortunately, this was shortly, maybe a year or so before her untimely death, but she had obviously a huge hit, and I think it crossed over into the pop charts, and but in my opinion, like I said, many others, the greatest country tune ever written. It's what people say when they look at me. It's called Crazy. I don't know why they would, but anyway, here we go. Crazy, crazy. Patsy Cline from 1961. Tragically. She died in a plane crash. I think she was like, you know, on tour going between two different cities, and the plane said, nope, not going there, and it didn't, and she didn't, and that's the way it was moving west. All right, we're going to 1963, 2 years later, for this next tune. Written by Henry Mancini. Remember Henry Mancini? Oh, yeah, the great songs he wrote, Moon River and things like that. And this came from a movie. This was a movie theme. And the name of the song is Charade. And the name of the movie was, oh yeah, Charade. So it's nice that it worked out that way. Now, this song was originally written as a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, da, 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 da. And you know Coach Dave here doesn't play a lot of waltzes. They're nice, they're nice, they're nice, but they're just so dainty. So we just took this and knocked it into 4/4 and maybe a little up tempo. Well, you'll hear it. You'll hear it. So it won't be like you hear it on the radio, but hey, this is Accordion Cool. Here we go. Charade from the movie 1963. I forget who starred in that. It was a pretty good movie now that I remember, if I can remember back that far. But anyway, moving right along. 1934, another movie song. Not sure, I think the movie is called Top Hat or something like that. And guess what? Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, again, they were in this movie. And I don't think the movie did too much because I don't ever recall the name. The song was written by a fellow named Irving Berlin. Irving Berlin, great songwriter. The tune is called Cheek to Cheek, or Dancing Cheek to Cheek. So here we go. To cheek or dancing, cheek to cheek. Now, for you folks who may really be familiar with that song, you say, wait a minute, Coach Dave, you left a little part out. Well, yes, there is a little part in that song, and I used to play it, but it has nothing to do, in my opinion, with the rest of the melody of the song. It just kind of goes off somewhere all by itself. Now, I have enough problem doing that myself, never mind doing something that's already in the song. So finally I said, you know, I'm just not going to play that little part. And I bet for those that don't know the song that, well, you didn't even notice it, did you? Did you? Maybe? No, I don't think so. Well, we're getting close to the end of our time here today, and this last tune, our last C song, at least for now, actually is the song that I close all my live shows with. Every time I go out and do a live performance, this is the song that I close with. Now, sometimes Miss Ernestine goes with me. As soon as she hears the first notes of these songs, she's packing stuff up. By the time I'm finished, she's over there with the van tooting the horn. But anyway, all right, little tune. Again, here we go, another Duke tune, another Duke tune. This was written by Duke and a fellow named Juan, J-U-A-N, Juan Tizol. Who? Juan Tizol. He was a trombone player in the Duke band, and they collaborated on this song. And actually, he wrote a lot of songs with the Duke. Don't ask me right now to think of one, but they collaborated on a lot of tunes. Little tune called Caravan. Here we go. Caravan. Okay, I guess we got to kind of get our caravan out of here for today. As usual, thank you all for watching, listening, however you get our show. And Coach Dave saying, let's not forget the young'uns. Bring them in to hear this great music. Things like Caravan and Charade and Crazy and all those tunes that they don't hear today. And of course, the big thank you to Austin behind the glass there, who, like I said, if anything sounds good, he's the man. He's the man of the hour that does it. So every week he's there, and in fact, if you want to know what Austin looks like, just watch AACS News. Austin is also the newscaster. How about that, boy? Talk about a guy with talent. My goodness. So let's go out of here with me. Oh, I don't know. How about a little more of Caravan? Here we go.